Hello guys and welcome back to my channel. So today is going to be a girl talk video. It's one of my favorite things to do is have girl talks and videos. For all of you guys that subscribe, I really appreciate it. I have seen I've been getting a few new subscribers and I really appreciate that. My name is Monique, by the way, for anyone who may have not seen my videos. I have recently joined. So yeah, I love encouraging others because one thing I like to do is I want from as early as women can do, I want them to feel great about themselves, know their worth, and that's just gonna overall just have, in my opinion, make you have a more successful life. So I'm so sorry that I have been neglecting my channel and not doing many videos, but I've just been trying to really figure out some things that I want to talk about, and I've been seeing a lot of videos going around about self-confidence, and actually this is a perfect topic for me to talk about because I run into a lot of young girls and even women my age or older that I see who just really lack self-confidence, and they're just, because of them lacking self-confidence, they really just take anything from anyone, especially when it comes to dating in the opposite sex. So what I want to say, let's start with talking to the young ladies, because let me reflect on my younger self. I want to tell ladies early on, find your confidence, whatever it takes for you to find your confidence, because let me tell you, everybody is good enough. Let me tell you something. Yeah, it's cool to be popular in high school, but let me tell you, most of the people, high school popularity is not going to get you anything in life. It does not set the tone for your future. Stop worrying so much about what people think about you in high school. Feel good about yourself. When you feel good about yourself, that is how others will treat you. I was never the popular girl in high school. I wasn't nobody getting bullied or picked on or anything because people knew that I would stand up for myself. The reason I wasn't picked on because I was always a very confident individual. No, I was not Miss Popularity. None of my crushes that I liked in high school like me, and guess what? I look back now and I'm glad they didn't like me. When I look at their life and I look at mine, I'm so glad that they didn't like you. That's making a point. Stop worrying so much, because most people who you are in high school is not who you're going to end up being. I can look back at some of the people now who just thought they were up here, and I look at them now and just be like, hey girl. They'd be like, oh, you look so pretty. I'd be like, yeah, nice shirt. Not to make fun of anyone, but I'm just saying, I wasn't the blossoming girl. I blossomed late, if you will, in my opinion. But I didn't think that now. Look at my old pictures, oh, I was chubby and blah, blah, blah. I was, chubby in high school and everything, but I didn't see that. The reason that I didn't see that because I had a mom who loved me, who always encouraged me, told me that I was beautiful, and I felt beautiful. I did not feel ugly because my crush didn't like me. See, that's the difference between a confident person and a non-confident person. If you're not confident, you're going to believe whatever someone tells you that you are. When you're confident, you don't care what they say to you. If I say that I'm beautiful because I said that I'm beautiful. You don't get to decide. I decide that when I wake up in the morning that I'm awesome. You understand that? So I want you young girls, especially those teenagers and young ladies in your young 20s, whatever it takes. Let me tell you something. It's a work in progress throughout our lives. Because when I was in high school and through college, I thought that I was confident. But let me tell you, now standing here at 32 years old, I know that I'm confident. I am certain that I know who I am. There is no one that could shake me if they wanted to. They cannot shake my confidence. So let me tell you, find that. Because, at the age, you're in your 13 to your 16-year age is where you're first trying to get out there. You're finding your cliques in high school and you want to figure out who's really your friend and you're trying to get the opposite sex attention. Let me tell you that. See, when you're confident, you're not going to let anyone persuade you to do anything. These young girls out here letting these young guys persuade them to lose their virginity. Young ladies, let me tell you something. That is a precious diamond that you have down there. Hold on to it. Do not let a guy convince you that you like him more by giving up your virginity. Hold on to that diamond for as long as you can. It is very valuable. Look, I waited until the age of 19 to lose my virginity. And let me tell you, I wish I would have still waited. I was always saying, that I wish I was going to wait until marriage. And I waited until 19 and I really should have made it because I didn't love the person that I lost my virginity to. And most people didn't, but I'm just giving you a prime example. Wait, let me tell you something. Some of the best men that I ever met in my life who treated me right was not those that was rushing to get to the bedroom because they want to get to know you. We know that's a part of life, but there is no rush. Make sure it's someone that deserves it. You should want to look back on it and say, oh, I'm so glad I was in love with this person. And guess what? It may not work. That's what I'm saying. You shouldn't rush because, to be honest, When you're 16, 18, you don't really know what's going on. Let me tell you something. Get your confidence and find out who you are, young ladies, because those boys ain't going nowhere. Let me tell you, when you who's gonna really the good guys and who's gonna really want you, the ones who see that know you got your confidence together, you're not jumping for everybody that asks you out, because you know what, you're a prize. You walk on the scene like, I'm a prize. Who wouldn't want me? You're a fool to not want me. I mean, yeah, you don't act like, oh, you want to talk to me? Act like, no, who wouldn't? That's how you should carry yourself. And get your education together, because the more you had to offer, that's going to give you more confidence. You know me, I was the youngest of 3 kids, and I was the first to go to college. I spoke with my guidance counselor. You know, I found out, filled out the applications. I went there. My second semester, I didn't get enough money. I found out to go to college. You know what I did? I didn't tell anyone, because I didn't want to worry my mom. And I just went ahead and I got me a job, right? It ended up being a full-time job. And cried, okay? I had to cry many nights, because it was tough working full-time and going to school full-time. But I survived, and I was determined to win. Now, I'm not going to tell you I didn't make no silly mistakes when it comes to a lot of things in life, but that's why I'm here telling you, we all have made some things we know we could have did better, and that's why I want to encourage you. But one thing that I always had was confidence, and I had my stuff together. I was about handling my business. You know what I'm saying? When I was from the age of 19, working, going to school full-time job and full-time school was pretty hard. So I didn't let no one come with me with no easy game, because I had too much going on for myself at an early age. You know, I had my own place at 19. You know, I'm doing it. I was growing up very fast, and I was very independent. So wasn't nobody gonna come to me, because I'm looking at them like, you know, I tend to always date older, because I was always pretty mature for my age. So I dated a few years older. So you wouldn't give me no excuse of why you couldn't work and why you couldn't go to school, because here I am working full time. So what I'm saying is, those boys aren't going nowhere. Work towards your goals. Decide what you want to be in life. The boys are going to be there. Now, that's what I'm speaking to get to your self-worth. Hold on to that diamond that I'm telling you about. Don't be in a rush, because some of you out there shouldn't be dating anyway, because your confidence is not up enough. You know, so like I said, you know, as young ladies, and then you go on to 18 to 21. That's the other, you know, 13 through, I say 16 is when you beginning to think you really feel yourself. You think you know what's going on, but you really have no idea. Then you get to about 18 to 21. You know, you start thinking you're grown. You're not really. You out there, you know, you're exploring, you're seeing things, you're dating, and you're thinking, you know, you still really don't know nothing. You know, a lady told me when I was about 25, she said, you know, I really didn't know. I really didn't get it until I was about 30. And let me tell you, standing here at 32, she's about right. I think 28 was the age that things really started to come, and I could reflect back and see all the things that I thought I knew that didn't work out, and blah blah blah. But I look back at, you know, 28, and I was like, I really thought I knew everything back then in my 20s, and I really thought I was doing something. You know, like I said, because I had the confidence, but it was just so much that I didn't know. So many mistakes that as my older self, I know I wouldn't have made, you know. Is like I'm saying, if I would have knew the things that I know when I got older. So I just want to tell you guys, but the one thing that always kept me on track was my confidence. There are going to be guys out there who are going to try to break you, let me tell you. And I see women, I've seen friends, family members, I see them get broken because of guys doing them wrong. And I think mostly the common denominator is usually confidence. If you don't feel good about yourself, you're going to believe what everybody else says. And I don't care how pretty you are, how ugly you are, if you are confident, a man cannot break you as easily. But you can be prettier than Halle Berry. If you allow a man to treat you badly, that's what he's going to do. And if you have a low self-esteem and not confidence, you're not going to feel you beautiful until he tells you you're beautiful. Every morning I wake up and I tell myself, first, thank God for waking me up, but remind myself how awesome. Let me tell you something. Everybody, including Beyonce, is not going to feel beautiful every day. But that's nobody's business. You fake it until you make it. You tell yourself that you're awesome. We all have flaws, but guess what? I love my flaws. I've been in this body for 32 years. This body has ups and downs, but I love me. Love yourself. Do not wait for anyone to validate you. If you're waiting for others to validate you, you're always going to be chasing for people in your life that don't love you. Because those people, when you're confident, people are going to flock to you. When you're always, you know, not feeling yourself, not sure yourself, you're going to always be leaning to the right. You're going to be pulled in all these directions, and you're really not going to know who you are. So I beg you, young ladies, I beg you, you know, please get your confidence up. Do not let people out here and these young guys keep running game on you. You know, as soon as you get a guy's attention, you know, you guys want to bend over backwards, call him every 5 minutes. Let me tell you something. A guy, ladies, you are a prize. It is a privilege. You know, when you feel good about yourself, it is a privilege for a man to date you. It is a privilege. And don't be so desperate. Let me tell you something. If a man is 15 minutes late trying to take me out on a date, I don't go. You know what I'm saying? I don't go because you're not taking me seriously. You don't go 15 minutes to your job without getting the penalty, do you? I'm not going. There's no way on a first date you should be 15 minutes late trying to date me. You call it petty all you want to. But like I said, you walk out there like you should be honored. Like what fool wouldn't date me? That's what confidence does. You are a prize. Don't let no one shake your confidence. And don't look like, oh, you too cocky, you think you all that. No, I don't think I'm all that, but I do know that I'm valuable. And if you want to date me, you need to see my worth. You need to act like you see that I'm valuable. Because, you know, it's different. When you out there and you 18 and 19, you know, for me, I know I wasn't necessarily dating to be in a relationship. I was just out there having fun. You know, but I see young girls now that are moving in all early. You know, moving in means you got to play house. It means they're going to be looking for you to wash their clothes, cook their food. I'm not doing that if you got there, you're 18. But see, now that I'm 32 years old, I definitely know, I've been married once. And I know what I'm looking for. It was a great guy. No, there was nothing bad about the marriage that I had. It just did not work out for me. But now, you know, hey, God has sent me a wonderful man. And I am dating, happily dating. But, you know, I went through a lot of bad candidates to get to him. And the only reason that I was able to keep dating because I was certain of myself and I wasn't worried about you trying to run your little knick-knack paddywhack game because it wasn't going to work. No offense, no second date needed. I don't know how many dates I went on last year that didn't make it for a second date. But the man that I'm with now, I've been dating for the last 7 months, he made it on a second date. Not many can say they did that because I'm not going to waste my time. When you're confident and you know who you are, I already know what I'm looking for. And if you're not on the same page, now, different age groups, dates are going to go a little different because everyone wants different things in their early ages. You know, if you're 18 and 19, there are some couples. I have a great friend couple who they dated right out of high school. They did everything, you know, in order. They, you know, lived in an apartment together. Then they moved out of house. They got married, and then they had their children. And that's because from a young age, they were both hard working. They met the right people. If you met the right people and you both want the same page, it could happen at 18 or 19 that you guys work out. But it's a rare thing that two people are on that same page at such a young age. The woman may be, the guy might be, but when you find two people, if you're both financially responsible and you both on the same level, you know what you want, your goals are matching, go for it. But at no point should you go rushing, moving in with someone. If you don't find a person that want the same thing, you have the same goals, it is the worst thing you could do to move in with them. I've never lived with any man outside of when I got married the first time. And that's exactly what I plan on to do now because now that I'm at this age, I wouldn't, 32, I wouldn't consider. But at my younger age, I'm not going to say that I wouldn't have. But, yeah, I always had my own space. I was never in a rush to move with someone. But if you're already in a horrible relationship or you know you guys' goals are not matching up, you can't agree on things, don't even cause yourself that head up. People are always talking about why people want to get married. The divorce rate. The divorce rate is so high because most people are not on the same page. I see so many people now, even at my age, older, younger, get married when you guys know one person didn't want to work. You're both bad with money. It's not going to work. You know, don't go moving in with somebody when you don't even know who you are. You're rushing in, and neither one of you can budget. You can't even budget a savings account without you. And you're both bad at it. Someone's got to be good at something. There's going to be a headache waiting to happen. So what I'm telling you, if you have your self-worth, you know that, and you're confident, that is one of the first battles to finding a great mate. If you don't know that, I honestly believe you're going to keep, unless you find someone who just wants to avoid running game on you, which that can happen. But I guarantee you have a better chance of running into attracting them. When you have confidence, you attract the right kind of people, because guess what, you're very aware on who you should keep and who you should get rid of, and that is one of the greatest factors that you're going to have on life. Once you realize who you need to dismiss, it's rough out here. It is rough out here. When you having that's even friendships, not just a relationship, but friendships. You want to have a keen eye. You want to be so sure of yourself that if you have to do this thing by yourself, you can do it. You can do it. I tell people all the time, like, I'm not going to waste my time, people. Most of my exes, it has just been a mutual agreement, this ain't going to work. No hard feelings against you. It don't make you a bad person, but I know what I'm looking for. I'm not going to waste my time. It's so many people out here talking about, I want to find Mr. Right, and I don't know what's going on with me. Check yourself, because you're the common denominator, because you're not getting ready to waste my time and and be laying up with all day so we're not on the same page. What are we waiting for? I say you don't have what I'm been dating you for 6 months, 3 months, and we don't like the same thing. Why am I still dating you? Some of you, all y'all have is time. Don't, young ladies, get your confidence up. You don't want to be that couple to be like, oh, we've been together for 15 years. Don't tell nobody you've been dating nobody for 15 years, especially if you somebody over 30. You've been dating somebody for 15 years and you don't even have a ring. Don't tell them you've been dating nobody for 5 years, because it's you should be embarrassed. People want to. I was talking about that. Want to talk about marriages. Marriage is going down because you guys stay with the wrong people too long, and then you just go ahead and you get married anyhow, or you're marrying someone you know aren't compatible. You know, financial issues is one of the main things that breaks up most marriages. Because love is great, honey, but love don't pay the bills. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know it's a little rambling all over the place, but I definitely want to reach out with more videos like this and encourage women. I want to keep everybody encouraged because I love when sisters, you know, ladies all over come together. This is a beautiful thing. We have to keep encouraging each other so that things will get better, because I don't want this generation of low